Hello, we're a Korean couple living in Germany. My name is Yeber. Today is July 10th and we're on day 2 of our Mallorca trip. If you saw our last video, you'll know that day 1 was a bit of a disaster. But today is a fresh new start. Let's see how things go. First things first, we're having breakfast at Hotel Marina Wellness&Spa. Since we're usually budget travelers, we don't often eat breakfast in hotels. But this one was breakfast included, so of course we had to. Fun fact, my husband was kinda shocked when I booked this hotel. He thought it was too expensive and told me to cancel. But it was non-refundable. Oops. I still think €213 per night isn't bad for Mallorca in high season with an ocean view, and honestly, after the stay, even my husband agreed it was worth the price. This hotel's breakfast was way better than we expected. There were so many things to choose from. I especially loved the egg station. They were constantly cooking fresh spinach omelette, sunny side up, ham and cheese omelette. Yummy. And the coolest part, you had to squeeze your own orange juice by hand. Most hotels just give you a machine, but here, manual style. At first, I thought it was fun and unique, but honestly, it got a bit annoying. Sticky hands, ball flying, but still, it was an experience. And squeezing these oranges, it really made me feel like, yep, I'm in Spain. Too bad it was raining, so we couldn't sit outside. But eating breakfast with an ocean view, what more could you want? Oh, and when I'm full, I'm the happiest person alive. But if I'm hungry, I turn into a monster. After breakfast, we had our morning coffee, then headed back to our room. Time to get ready for the day! We were supposed to visit Sóller Village yesterday, but with all the chaos, we ran out of time. So today's plan, Sóller plus Sóller Village. It's a full village hopping day. Since Sóller is far from Port de Sóller, we plan to visit there first. But guess what? I picked the wrong parking lot on Google and ended up in Sóller Village instead. So, change of plans, Sóller first. But the real problem? Parking. We circled the lot for 30 minutes, even fought, and lost to another couple over one spot. But hey, we finally parked! Victory! Sóller Village, first impression. A charming place, but so crowded. Even though it was just Thursday, there were tons of tourists. The red wooden tram made everything look cuter, but also made driving even trickier. It runs right through the narrow street. Most people didn't seem to notice cars, and the roads were super tight. Driving past the church, my husband stayed silent, laser-focused, while I was panicking next to him. So, if you're driving, park outside the center. Trust me, it's worth it. Before coming, we saw lots of Korean blog posts about this place. Many people said it's a charming village full of cozy vibes. Some even wrote, if you want to buy Mallorca souvenirs, this is the place. My husband and I love browsing little shops, so of course we walked around and explored every corner. It was super hot, and so many people were eating this ice cream. So we got one too, just one because it was €4. I picked mango and coconut and it tasted exactly how imagined. Yummy and refreshing. Then we found this store. GEORGs-Genuss&Lebensfreude. Highly recommend. It had local products from Tramontana Mountains and lots of Mallorcan specialties. The best part, you can taste almost everything before buying. We bought olive oil and this amazing aglio olio sauce. Seriously, we should bought 2. Total, €18.80 well spent. Before coming to Mallorca, I heard rattan bags are really popular here, so I was determined to get one. We visited so many shops and finally found one that suited me the best. The shop owner said it's handmade, though the price tag looked a bit mass-produced. But still, it was the cutest and it matched me well. It was €22, a crossbody bag I've been using a lot during this trip. After exploring all those shops, we were about to head to Sóller. But it was already 2 p.m. If we went there now, we wouldn't have time to enjoy the sea. So, change of plans. We went back to Port de Sóller for some beach fun. Both my husband and I love swimming, so this was the perfect choice. But here's the difference between us. I love taking photos. My husband, he just wanted to jump in the water ASAP. But I told him, no swimming until we get a pretty photo. So, as soon as we arrived, we quickly took a few photos. Pretty good, right? Then we jumped into the sea. But honestly, Port de Sóller looked prettier from the outside. The water was a deep turquoise, and since it's a bay and a harbor, we couldn't really see the bottom. Still, it was deep enough for diving, so that was fun. The water was really calm, so it was perfect for just floating on a tube. We just lay back and drifted for a while, so peaceful and relaxing. Later on, when we visited beaches in the southeast of Mallorca, we realized those were even better for swimming. But hey, for our first Mallorca beach swim, this was still pretty great. Our hotel was right in front, so we could swim, relax on the beach, and go back to the shower right away. Oh, and they even gave us beach towels, super convenient. Our hotel even had a small spa facility. We reserved a slot for 7 p.m., 1 hour just for us. Since it was such a hot day, nobody else was using it, so we had the whole spa to ourselves. Whirlpool, waterfall shower, sauna. After swimming, it felt absolutely perfect. Then we went back to our room and had a very Korean dinner. Beer plus cup noodles. In Korea, people say nothing beats instant noodles after swimming. And it's so true. Especially with this view. Ocean right in front of us plus the sunset. This ocean view room was totally worth the 213 euros. We stayed on the balcony for over an hour, just soaking in the view. Then we fell asleep so happily. That was the end of our day 2 in Mallorca. Sóller town and Sóller port. We explored all of Sóller today. Tomorrow, we are switching hotels and heading to explore a new area. Come join us for day 3. Cheers! Hasta luego!